Despite being a game intended for children, from its origins, Pokemon has never shied away from the darker aspects of life, and it has certainly never shied away from the topic of death. Throughout Pokemon's lifespan, there have been numerous different takes on darker themes and topics, but death, a topic that many try to avoid, is a topic that Pokemon keeps revisiting with a new story to tell every time. Sometimes in a very subtle and peaceful way, and sometimes in a rather somber and heartbreaking way. And in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, a certain story of the loss of a loved one was told that has a much deeper meaning than you may think. One that faces the realities of death, and yet one that may give a bit of ease to those of you that are dealing with the loss of a loved one. So, in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the lost spirit of the Dartrix's trainer. What's going on, guys? HybridHero here, bringing you guys another Reddit Pokemon video. This time from the user Forward Reception, who noticed something very interesting about a certain side quest involving a Dartrix in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon that reveals a much deeper and significant meaning to the side quest than one may initially think. If you visit the Aether Foundation building in Heihei City, there's a lady from the Aether Foundation who explains that for various different reasons, a trainer may not be able to return to their Pokemon. If such a thing does happen, rather than keep the Pokemon in a PC box forever, the Aether Foundation will give the Pokemon to a relative of the old trainer, or release it back into the wild, as both of those options will be much healthier for the Pokemon. However, there's a certain Pokemon in the Aether Foundation's care that refuses to return to the wild, no matter how hard they try to release it. The lady then states that it would be great if there was someone who knew his trainer, as the Pokemon doesn't look like it's entering the wild anytime soon. You can then offer to take a look around for someone who knew the Pokemon's old trainer. If you do, the lady from the Aether Foundation will give you the left Pokeball, containing the Pokemon that lost its trainer. Then once you reach Malia City in Ululu Island, you'll see this little girl talking to her mother about her concern for her grandfather's Pokemon. She asks her mom if she knows how her granddad's Pokemon are doing, and her mother replies honestly, saying that she doesn't know and that they might even be going on an island challenge with a new trainer. Right after this, the Pokemon within the left Pokeball pops out of your bag, and it just so happens to be a Dartrix. The little girl immediately recognizes the Dartrix as her grandfather's Dartrix and asks why you out of all people have her grandfather's Pokemon. After explaining the situation to her, she thinks that Dartrix couldn't leave because it liked her grandfather so much, so in his place, she decides to take care of the Dartrix from there on out. After giving her the Dartrix and completing the quest, she then asks Dartrix why her grandfather never decided to evolve it into a Decidueye. The question the little girl asked may seem like a very simple question at first, because I'm sure it's a question that most people would have. But Game Freak wouldn't add something as simple as this into the games if it didn't hold any significance, and it actually holds the weight of the entire side quest. You see, the little girl and her mother both assumed that the reason why Dartrix never went back into the wild was because it was so attached to its previous trainer. And while part of that may be true, there's another reason as to why this Dartrix never wanted to leave this family, and that's because the grandfather still wants to look after and protect his own family. Based off of the little girl's question, we can infer that it was the grandfather who decided not to evolve Dartrix into Decidueye. Based off of the mother's words, we can assume that the grandfather at one time went on an island challenge with his Pokemon. So it is a little strange that he decided not to fully evolve his Dartrix. That is, until you realize what Decidueye is based on. Decidueye, of course, is based on an owl, but it's a ghost type owl. An owl that dropped its flying type because it's based off of the Pueo owl, a common physical form for the owl makua, or in other words, ancestral spirits. In Hawaiian culture, it is believed that prior to being born, we live in a realm or world called Po, a blissful, tranquil world of darkness. And when we're born, we enter through a portal and appear in our world, or Owl. And once we fully lived our life, we go back through the portal and into Po. And while we're there, if our family members begin to miss us or are in need of us, then we go back through the portal to appear in our world and come back as an Owl makua, an ancestral spirit in the form of nature to guide and protect our family and loved ones. They can come back as many different things, even things such as plants or rocks, but the Pueo owl is said to be one of the most common manifestations of the Aumakua. It wasn't just because of Dartrix's love for its trainer that it decided to reunite with his family, and it wasn't because the grandfather loved Dartrix so much that he decided to keep it as a Dartrix. The grandfather kept Dartrix from evolving so that when Dartrix reunites with his family after his passing, Dartrix can evolve into Decidueye and carry his ancestral spirit so that it can live through the family, and so they can stay and protect them while being together with his Decidueye. So while the little girl and the mother may think that it's Dartrix's feelings alone that are causing it to stay with the family, the truth is that it's also because the grandfather's spirit lives on within Dartrix. Now, while Hawaiian culture and mythology are definitely fascinating, I don't know if any of this ancestral spirit stuff is true for us or if it's just myth. But I do know this. Regardless of who it is that you lost in your life and how you lost them, a part of them can still live on within you. Whatever it was that made you value your relationship with them, whatever it was about them that brought that love and joy into your life, see what it was and see how you can bring it into your own life and to those around you. It may have been that warm hug that you always received from them. It may have been all the selfless acts that they did for everybody. Or it could have been as simple as just seeing a smile from them. Whatever it was something that you valued dearly. And one of the greatest things that you can do for that person now is to give everyone around you the privilege of experiencing all the love and joy you felt from that quality. Bring that quality into your own life and let everyone around you feel how wonderful you felt when this person was around you. Let your relationships be an expression of your love and joy, and let your experiences with the people you loved and lost transform you into someone more wonderful than you are right now. Once you do this, they may be gone from the world, but their spirit will definitely live on within you. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it helped some of you out as well. Thanks again to Forward Reception for letting me use this topic in the video. Be sure to check out the Reddit post if you haven't already. If you did enjoy the video, then be sure to hero punch that like button. If you didn't, hit that dislike button. Let me know how you feel. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. What did you think about the side quest before and after watching this video? And what did you think about the video itself? And for those of you comfortable enough to share, what about your loved ones was it that brought so much love and joy into your life? And how will you be spreading that to those around you now? This is going to take some vulnerability, so I hope that we can all support each other here and all help each other grow in some way, shape, or form. Share the video around if you want to help us with the channel. And finally, subscribe and hit the little bell icon if you want to stay up to date with all my content. Take care of yourselves, have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video, alright? Later.